Welcome, bienvenido, e como mai, bienvenue, willkommen. This is the place for teaching your children or grandchildren new languages as you learn them yourself. There's a joke that goes, if you speak 3 languages, you're called trilingual. If you speak 2 languages, you're called bilingual. So what are you called if you only speak 1 language? American. This sad fact is because most U.S. schools don't begin teaching languages other than English until middle school, junior high, or even high school. Yet the time a child's brain is most ready to learn languages is during the first 5 years of life, with the first 10 years often being referred to as the critical period in language acquisition. So who am I? I'm a family physician with a passion for language learning. I missed the window of opportunity with my own children as I was keeping busy with med school, residency, and running a medical practice. But once I retired, I thought, I'll teach my grandchildren other languages right from the start. And like any modern grandmother, I searched the internet on raising multilingual children and grandchildren. But all of the advice assumed that the parents were either bilingual or each knew a different language, or they hired an au pair to only speak a certain language around their children, or they could enroll them in a bilingual school or daycare. For the majority of parents, these simply aren't options, and they aren't even accounting for grandparents who had the time to incorporate new words into conversations with their grandchildren but didn't live in the same household. That is why I came up with Language Learning with Lori. No, I'm not fluent in multiple languages, but in med school and residency, there's a teaching philosophy known as see one, do one, teach one. You see your senior resident perform a procedure such as placing a central line, then you do one under their guidance, then you teach it to someone else, still under the guidance of the expert, as teaching increases your own knowledge. This is how my language learning videos will be. You don't need to be fluent to start teaching your child or grandchild. You just need to be one step ahead of them. When I visited France, people were so helpful when I greeted them with a bonjour and held simple conversations with them in French. In Hawaii, embracing the culture and the language allowed me to show my respect to their heritage, as that beautiful language is actually considered endangered. And when our suitcases got lost on our trip to Spain, my bit of Spanish knowledge proved useful as well. The goal of these lessons is not to make you fluent, although further study elsewhere after learning the basics could certainly help with that. These videos are so that you can seize the window of opportunity while your children and grandchildren are still young and have them learn the basics in multiple languages so that they're able to be polite and respectful when encountering another culture. Know how to say hello, goodbye, please, and thank you without having to stop and look it up on Google Translate. This will also keep their brains open to language learning in case they do want to take a deeper dive and become fluent in one or more of the languages that they are learning. And you yourself will be learning along the way. The lessons themselves will be super short, so short that each day you can learn a single word in a single language and immediately begin incorporating it into your interactions with your child or grandchild. Before you know it, saying hola, bonjour, or aloha kakahiaka will be as natural to you as saying hello. And this will be a game you can play together, where leveling up means opening doors to other cultures. Join me on Language Lessons with Lori.